What is poppin', my fellow goblins? I have emerged from my little stoner hideout to give you something I think you're gonna enjoy. Cause you see, not only do we have a little mystery on our hands, it involves a special event that got its nerps turned up and fell apart before our very eyes. Alright, let's dive right in here. So down in Florida, there's a place called the Lake Mary Pub and Tiki Bar. Google describes it as a casual eatery featuring burgers, wings, and crab cakes, plus pool, darts, and live music. Well dang, drunk people and sharp objects, this place sounds awesome. In all seriousness, this place seems to have a pretty decent reputation, and recently they decided, hey, for the weekend of October 3rd through the 5th, let's host a Taylor Swift themed event called, very fittingly, Taylor Weekend 2025. And this event promised a bunch of different stuff. I'm just gonna run through the list here. It promised Taylor Swift themed karaoke, of course, trivia, another no-brainer, bingo, which is apparently a common thing for this bar to do, a luncheon, a bar crawl, a Swiftie gala and dance party. When I read that the first time, I immediately started remembering that Detroit Bridgerton ball thing that happened a while back. The Swift cover band Lover would perform Breakfast at Midnight, which I looked it up. I think it's a reference to that Swift song 22. And most relevant of all, a meet and greet and farewell lunch with Cam Saunders, who seems like a fan favorite dancer who works for Taylor. By the way, there are different tiers of tickets. The general admission one, which is $85, that just gets you like a Q&A with Cam, and then the big $300 ticket, that gets you the meet and greet. But I'm not done yet. If you were one of the first people to buy one of those $300 tickets, you would actually get some signed Taylor Swift merch. And there might have even been more than that. There was a rumor that they were going to give away Sabrina Carpenter tickets and you would get a video call from the Overlord herself. Now, I have not found any screenshots proving these rumors true, and you're going to see why in a little bit. So now already people were asking some questions. The big one was, how do we know that signed merch is actually signed by Taylor and not just some rando? Which, very valid concern in my opinion. But I was most curious as to how that video call was going to work. I'm just imagining it was going to be like a VTuber Q&A. Like Taylor would just be projected onto the wall and then like a crowd of 1,000 people would try to ask her something. But anyways, people voiced their concerns and the organizers actually made a post about it on their Facebook page. Now again, it's hard to get good screenshots, especially of this thing, which is like a giant monolith. I'm just gonna play a clip from Atozi's video. He explains it better than I can.
Basically, they said they had no reason to doubt the products being faked because their owner is a season ticket holder at the Miami Dolphins and he has connections to the Hard Rock Stadium, which I guess provided them with Eras Tour tickets to give away during a Swiftie-themed bingo nights the bar has held in the past. And they would also be happy to take any measures necessary to ensure authentication, as there was no chance they were willing to risk losing their reputation over something like a trivia night.
So I'm pretty sure that eased a bunch of people's fears, and it was smooth sailing up until like the first week of September, cause that's when Cam himself posted something on his Instagram, and it reads as follows. Okay, it has been brought to my attention that there is a fan set to host what's being called Taylor Weekend on October 5th in Orlando. They have been charging fans crazy prices for a multitude of events, but chief among them was/is the opportunity to meet me through a luncheon, meet and greet, and a performance. This is a lie. It's very unfortunate that I even have to say this, but I am not associated with this event, nor have I ever been. I will not be in Orlando for any of the aforementioned things. So people saw this post and were like, okay, we just got scammed, we have a problem here. So the gang starts mobilizing, they start talking to each other, and then after this twist, the bar actually posts something on their social media. So it becomes like a back and forth between them and Cam, and the bar says, to all of the people who bought tickets, we're in the dark just as much as you. We thought Cam was going to be here. And then they give a little speculation as to what might have happened. We had a contract in place with his old management team. To our best, we believe some communication was dropped between the old management team and us after seeing the story that blindsided all of you and all of our team. Now, I just want to say, to the bar's credit, they actually did start issuing refunds once they said they were canceling the event, and it seems like people have actually gotten them, so it sounds like the bar may have been scammed just as much as the attendees here. But believe it or not, Cam actually gets one more word in. So he sees this. And he makes another post on his Instagram saying, very interesting. Old management team. I've only had one management team, the management I am currently represented by, and they have never heard of any of this. So how could communication be dropped on something that was never shared with me or my team? How many twists is this story gonna give us? This has more loops than the freaking Hot Wheels track I used to have. Anyways, remember when I said I couldn't tell if they actually promised to give away Sabrina Carpenter tickets or a video call? The reason for that is because the Taylor Weekend 2025 socials have been scrubbed. You can't see anything on their Insta, it's private, their other socials are gone, and even the website is now locked behind a password for some reason. I think that's a brand new one. I don't think I've ever seen anybody lock their website behind a password after Backlash. Usually I see stuff get deleted or it just gets abandoned normally, but no, now we need a secret code to get to the treehouse. I want to know why they chose to do this and not just delete the website. The only thing I can come up with is that they said they, the organizers, and the bar are working together with the Popo to figure out who scammed them, and I guess they want to have the website up just in case law enforcement ever needs to look at it. But that's just speculation on my part. They very well could just be saving the website for a Taylor Weekend 2026, only time will tell. But before scrubbing everything, the organizers actually did give their side of the story as to why they fell for the alleged mastermind's lies. And they even shared an email that they had with the imposter management, and the email very much is a big red flag. Like, just take a look at a line in this email here. It's talking about whether Cam can promote this thing or not, and it says, "Please understand that no promotions can happen on Cam's end as he has contractual obligations he must follow after working with Taylor Swift. We will readdress this as the event gets closer, and it's possible for a short Instagram post to be made, but no promises." Like, what do you mean? The man can show up to the event for the meet and greet, the luncheon, and heck, there were even people saying he was gonna bust it down over there himself and tear up the dance floor with his own 2 feet, but he can't talk about this on Instagram? Why though? But hindsight is 2020, I guess. Anyways, that's about where this story has ended for now. What do you all think happened? Do you think the organizers were trying to scam people, and when they saw they wouldn't be able to make it work, they just decided to refund everybody? Or do you think they were scammed by the fake management? I want to hear your opinion. And if you're a Swiftie out there and you want to get your Taylor Swift themed event fixed, there is actually something called, I just wanted to talk about it because the name is so good. It's the 2025 Tailgate Takeover. It's supposed to happen in all of the US and Canada stops that the Eras Tour took place in. So yeah, you might be able to catch one of those. Seriously though, whoever came up with Tailgate, actual genius.